Andre sets Bill straight. Had to love those scenes. What's up, my Beyond the Gates peeps? I hope everybody's having an awesome Monday, and as Monday is coming to a close, and I have the wrong app up. Anyways, I just got finished watching Beyond the Gates like 20-ish minutes ago, and I took some notes. I'm more relaxed today, so hopefully this review will go a little better than Friday's. But anyways, let's start off with Danny and Nicole. As you saw at the end of Friday's episode, Nicole came over and crawled into bed with a little sis. Oh, she tested positive for the BRCA gene, so she has a greater chance of getting breast cancer or cancer in general. And I just thought their scenes were so sweet. I just love how they're just so sisterly. I don't know if that makes sense. But on the other soap operas, sisters really don't. They're not all that close. Maybe the Davis girls on GH, but most of the sisters they're fighting. For a position. They're fighting over a man. And it's really good. I love that their closeness. So they're not just sisters, but they're like best friends. I love I don't know. I feel like that might change over the years, but for right now, they're sisters, very close. And I have to say that I love that cast story. Nicole breaking her arm and then coming home, and Danny was the one all sad and crying. And so Naomi made her a little cast and put some stickers on it. It's like, oh, that's so cute. But I had to laugh at that one. But Nicole, she felt, guilty being happy that Kat and Marty wouldn't have to go through doing the testing and possibly having the gene. And she just felt bad because, Danny has it. So now, Chelsea and Naomi are going to have to deal with that. And Danny's like, you're being a mom. That's how a mom is. You you don't want you're happy that something bad is not going to happen to your kids, that they don't have to deal with something. That's natural. Danny's like, she would feel the same way either way. I'm like, this is so sweet. I'm gonna cry. I know. I'm just way too emotional sometimes. sometimes, but yeah. So Nicole is like, relax some, go take yourself a bath. Very relaxing. I'm like, that does sound relaxing. But I took a shower. One day I'll take a bath and get one of those bath bombs. I never used one of them, but apparently they're very interesting. Yeah, I know they sell them at Bath and Body Works, so that's my place that. Anyways, I'm off subject. Anyways, so Naomi is over at Chelsea Cats and they're talking, and Naomi she's trying to use an app to schedule an appointment to get the testing, and she's like she doesn't have a right connection, and then they're asking her 20 questions. She just gets annoyed and just leaves them. Chelsea's all sad, and so she decides to call Bill and tell him she needs we need you. Yeah, Bill just was in a meeting and he just seemed like he did not give not two fucks about what Tomas is saying. So it's this lady, she's getting sued by her old boss about embezzling money from the business or whatever. And I was like, oh lordy. So at first I thought it was tied to those ladies that wanted to sue them for I guess something that it was like early on in Beyond the Gates. It was 3 or 4 women, and they were pissed off at Bill, and they were suing. But Naomi was going to represent them, but they would end up settling. And then Bill had Tomas, watch over what they're doing. So I thought that was what they're talking about. Then I was like, Tori, no, that's something completely different. Whatever. Bill, he just looked like he was just like staring in space, like, I don't care what this fucker is talking about. I don't even know what he's talking about. He flashes back talking to Danny and stuff. I'm like, oh. And Tomas is just like assigning things to do, and Bill's like, yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm like, dude, you don't know what he's talking about. But he gets the call from Chelsea, and he just rushes out. Haley's pissed because she wants to know where you going, what's going on, blah blah blah. So, anyways, Tomas later gets a text from Kat saying that Nicole tested negative for the gene, and Haley was there, and so it's like, oh well, that's good for Nicole. She's like, then that means Danny might have, tested positive, and that's why Bill ran out. And he's like, so annoying. He's like, oh, that woman's always gonna be in the middle of my marriage. That's what happens when you marry him. You get involved with a married man. He has a ex-wife, and they have kids, so they're always gonna be tired. But then I was like, oh yeah, it does. She's. So I'm wondering is she just playing this for Tomas, or is she just pissed that, it's getting harder for her to nail Bill to get his money? Maybe a mixture of both. I don't know, but yeah, she vents to Tomas that, Bill's always running off to Danny's side or whatever. And Tomas, he says he understands or whatever. But later on the show, near the end of the show, I think, yeah, this is their last scene. Haley is on the phone with somebody in a room, and Tomas just overhears her telling somebody she's ready to take it to the next level. So I'm guessing she's talking to her cousin. Don't ask me what his name is. I don't. I'm horrible with names. Ugh, Lordy, that's gonna drive me crazy now. What that boy's name is? I don't know, but probably wanting to up the dosage of whatever she's been sticking in Bill's drink, his tea. But it looks like, if I remember correctly, in the preview, it was talking. Bill was talking about he's done drinking her concoction, or did I imagine that? I don't know. I'm like, why would I imagine that? That was in the preview. I didn't imagine that. Anyway, so Bill, he doesn't go to Chelsea. He goes to Danny's place. Nicole's still there, and it's basically she's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And he wanted to be there for Danny, and Nicole's trying to kick him out or whatever, but he goes upstairs anyways. Lordy. And I thought he was gonna see Danny butt naked and be like, "Oh, how baby I missed it." No, she was already in the road, thank goodness. And he just hugs her in the arms, like, oh, so cute. And then that just Danny just snaps like, oh crap, no, I'm not, I shouldn't be leaning on you. You should be there for our kids, for our daughters and stuff. And Andre, he was out talking with Jacob still. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, does Jacob, oh lordy, I don't think Jacob knows about Danny, because Andre didn't know about Danny because he forgot his phone at home. But he brought Danny home some stuff, and Nicole warned him that Andre figures out that she tested positive, and then she tries to warn him that Bill's upstairs, and but they ended up meeting up, and Bill says he just wanted to be there for Danny, and Andre is like, no, I'll be here for her. You weren't there for her in y'all's marriage. You seduced your daughter's best friend, and then you married her. So my wife is none of your concern. I was like, you go, Andre. I was like, that's like the toughest I've ever seen. I'm like, I'm not saying that Andre was weak, but damn, that just made him even hotter standing up to Bill. I was like, that's so true. No, I do still think that Danny and Bill eventually would get back together. I mean, between Danny testing positive for this gene, and then also Bill, Haley's trying to kill him. I think something's gonna happen to him, or something's gonna happen, and all of this is going to pull them together. Which I feel bad for Andre, but I'm here for you, Andre. Yeah, my husband. Yeah, he's not home at the moment, so you can let me stop. So it makes me wonder, will Andre and Ashley actually get together after all this is over? I don't know. A lot of different ways the storyline can go. But Ted and I didn't write this in the notes. That just popped in my head when I thought about Andre. As Ted was talking to his friend, oh lordy. what is that boy's name? That that's gonna drive me crazy. I was just gonna call him something. I can't believe I forgot his name. But I was just talking about him in another video. Carlton, that's what it is. Oh lordy, lordy. So Carlton, they're talking, and so Ted is cool with Carlton dating Nicole now because he knows that he will treat her right, and he's happy that Andre's with Danny because him and Bill, did a number on the Dupree ladies, and apparently they were better men now. But I don't know, I still don't like Carlton. I was like, I know it's a soap opera, but that's still skeezy. Your business partner, picking up your wife after she leaves you. That's so. I know that happens in real life too, but it's still just like so. That's so messed. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like him. But I don't know, just something just says he just seems shady to me. And I'm still trying to figure out where the hell is Kyle at. Was that just a one-time thing? They made it seem like Greg Vaughn was joining the cast like permanently or some shit. But I don't know. Speaking of people, Naomi goes to the hospital to try and schedule an appointment. Ashley's there at the desk, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Ashley was actually very tolerable today. She was right there with Naomi, you know, after she finds out, that she needs to get the tested for the gene or whatever, and Ashley just kind of calms Naomi down. And she's like, um, Naomi's like, it's gonna be forever before I can get, in with my regular doctor, so they can do a referral to get the testing. And I can't remember the doctor's name, but Ashley's like, I could talk to the doctor. She's familiar with your family's issue, what's going on with your family, so she can help you. And Anita's still in dialysis too, so this is all happening while she's still in dialysis. But Ashley was able to get her and Chelsea scheduled for the testing. She talked to a guy named Grayson, and apparently he was happy to help if Ashley went out to coffee with him. And I'm like, oh no, what's wrong with this boy? He wants to hang out with Ashley? Let me stop it. But then I remember the promo, and I was like, that guy, he looks so familiar. Is that Jordy? And it's like Jordy Valasos Solo. I probably pronounced that off. I freaked that up. Freaked that name up. But he is just gorgeous man. He's been on Days of Our Lives, All My Children, Young and Restless, I think was the last soap he was on. He played Ray. I think it was I think he was a cop, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if they killed him off or not. But on Days of Our Lives, he was Dario Hernandez, shady dude, but hot as hell, and he's still beautiful. I just saw a recent picture of him. Hello, but that's who it looks like in the preview. Well, now I know for a fact it is him because I googled. So I'm not sure if he's gonna be a regular cast member or he's just coming in for that one scene or whatever. 'Cause you never know with Beyond the Gates. Just still teasing me with Greg Vaughn is beautiful. He doesn't have to be with Nicole, but he can be on the show. I don't know who it could be with, but never mind. Oh well. That's mm, that's pretty much what's it. Oh, well, Chelsea and Kat were trying to get one of their bags at the Golden Globes, but at the last minute there was a switch. And so Kat's trying to put it out there, try to get their names out there that, they're the next up and coming business. And Chelsea's like, no, don't be doing stuff like that. I was trying to figure out what she was on. I think she was replying to somebody else's message or something. But I don't know. That stuff, I'm like, oh lordy, it's just a lot of other emotions going on. Thinking about the Golden Globes, which was last night, but I didn't watch it. I don't really don't like award shows, but plus I probably wouldn't even know half of the stuff that was on the award show or the people that were there. Like when what was I watching? Oh yeah, all the music award shows. I just watched the performances, but I'm like, I don't know who these people are. That's why I watched it on YouTube. If I know the person, I watched their performance on YouTube. But anyways, I'm getting off subject. I'm gonna shut up because I'm hungry. It's time for dinner. Well, way past dinner time. Anyways, thank you for watching. What do you think about Andre stepping up to Bill? How will Bill react? He seemed pretty, quiet about it today, but you never know. But and let me know how you enjoyed the show. Hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this video for more Beyond the Gates reviews and other videos that come to my mind. I have some ideas in my head. It's just trying to make it make sense before I put it out there. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Love ya. Bye.